The other thing I wanted to touch on, Aaron, is, and I kind of missed this at the beginning, just for our viewers to realize, there is a 5-step listing process. And the 5-step listing process is so important for our viewers. So step number 1 is you set the appointment. Nothing happens unless you set the appointment. Step number 2, we briefly talked about it, which is to pre-qualify the appointment, meaning you ask them a series of questions where you're gathering information so that you can be fully prepared and you know what to expect at the listing presentation. Step number 3, you send a pre-listing package. Now, a pre-listing package is a package where you send comps, you send a sample of the listing contract, and you send marketing information for them to review prior to the appointment. Now, this is one thing that before I spoke with Aaron, I used to physically send out a listing package via somebody would drop it off from my team or via mail. And I can't tell you how stressed my administrative team was trying to prepare 5 listing packages in a week. The printer would stop working. It was just chaos. We send the pre-listing package via email. If you guys want a sample of that template, send me an email and we're happy to give it to you. Step number 4, you call to confirm the appointment. Either you or someone from your team can call and confirm the appointment and make sure that they review that information. And then step number 5 is to show up and be ready to present. Be ready to give a high quality listing presentation to win that listing over. The moment you gain confidence in your listing presentation is the moment you start being more aggressive about setting appointments, because you know that whenever you set an appointment, you're going to go on that listing presentation and you're going to be able to convert.
Once you started to get dialed in and realize that this is not a process that you skip steps ever. So I don't care if, like, my sister calls me, she's like, hey, she wants to sell her place. I'm like, great. I just have a couple really important questions to ask you just to make sure I'm fully prepared and I can provide you with the most accurate information. And I'll be brief because I know your time is valuable. We're going to go right into pre-qual, right? So we don't skip steps, and that's important. And any time in my career, I don't know if it's true for you, Jose, but it's definitely been true for me. Anytime you're like, well, you know what? Like this time, like I know them, like, and you skip a step, it always screws it up. Every single time. So it's like, I want you to think about this, guys, like making a chocolate cake. And for a chocolate cake, there's a specific recipe. You need 2 eggs, you need flour, you need cocoa powder, right? And you need it in a precise, amount. And if you follow the recipe, you get a chocolate cake. If you don't follow the recipe and you want to mess with it, then it may be cake, but it's not going to be a chocolate cake. So we want what we're doing to be predictable and duplicatable each and every time. So we got to follow that every single time. And then the only other thing I would add to it is with the pre-list that I'm sending out, right? There's a specific email and there's attached content in terms of like a pre-list package, which is not ego-based. It's not a picture of you with your dog. It's not a picture of you on a phone like I'm so cool. No, it's not that. It's very, much so just results oriented. Like, here's our track record. Here's our plan of action. Here's our schedule. Frequently asked questions, which are just objections with the answers. Very simple and clean. They're just going to peruse through that. Providing comps, right? Not suggesting a particular price. I used to do that, and that was dumb because we would lose out on opportunities. Not including a contract. Lots of them. Not including a contract. I used to do that. And what happens is with the analytical personalities, they want to read through every line. They won't see something that they like. Like, we can handle that when we see them in person, right? So the pre-list package, and then there's comparables. And then the only thing I would add to that Jose didn't mention, which I'm pretty sure he's doing because we've talked about it, is before I go see them, immediately after I set the appointment in pre-qual, I shoot a video, right? And I send it to him via email. And I'm like, hey guys, this is Aaron. I just want to shoot you a quick video email, put a face to the name, say thank you kindly for taking the time to speak with me. I know that your time is valuable. Having heard your guys' story and what you and your family are looking to accomplish and why, I'm super excited to connect with you and feel supremely confident, provided the opportunity, we can help you maximize value and get top dollar. So between now and then, myself and team and staff, we're going to be doing a lot of homework. We're going to send you an email to this email address. And in that email will be an updated market analysis that I'll bring with me so we can determine together as a team what would be top dollar. I can answer any questions you may have while we're there. And if it all makes sense and you feel comfortable, we can take the next steps. So between now and when we do connect, if you have any questions for me, here's my personal cell phone. Otherwise, thanks again for taking the time to speak with me. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. And I look forward to connecting with you soon.